are we, Avril?
Just had lunch at Cardwell on our way up to Daintree.
Weather's come good. Heading north. We're almost there. Just going through Mossman. We've come 750 kilometres today on our way up to do Snapper Island. We always wait for calm weather to do these inshore fringing reef surveys because waves stir up silt from the bottom and make the underwater visibility very poor. The forecast was exceptionally good for this trip and we were anticipating perfect conditions. We like to launch our boat from the boat ramp near the ferry in the Daintree River so we can run down the river and then out a few miles to Snapper Island. It's always exciting running down the mangrove and forest line river, watching out for crocodiles, then heading through the entrance and across to the island. Our friends always take advantage of our visit to hitch a ride out to Snapper Island. With its rainforest, beaches and reefs, this small island is a favourite destination for locals. Where are we this time, Avril?
And at Snapper Island again, ready to do the 2026 coral surveys.
Beautiful Snapper Island, rainforest beach. Coral doesn't look like it's recovering anytime soon though. We have 10 coral survey sites around Snapper Island. 5 on the north-facing reefs and 5 on the south-facing reefs. 6 sites are on shallow reefs only 2 metres deep and 4 on reefs at 5 metres depths. Each site has 5 20-metre long survey transects marked by stakes every 5 metres. The start stakes at each transect are labelled with cable ties, as you can see here. Here you can see clavularia soft corals like a field of daisies surrounding a few different hard corals. To survey the corals, we stretch a 20-metre tape tightly between the transect marker stakes and then take a series of photos along one side of the tape. These photos are used to measure the cover of all the different corals as well as the other animals and plants growing on the reef. We also check coral health along each transect and count the number of new baby corals that have settled on the reef, as I am doing here. Corals at the 2 westmost northern shallow sites were very abundant at different times over the past 43 years, as these photos from 2006 show. But these reefs have been devastated by cyclones, bleaching and floods over the past 15 years and currently have very low coral cover. It always amazes me how quickly coral colonies can heal massive damage. This huge Costanaria coral was badly damaged by the December 2023 Cyclone Jasper floods, but has managed to completely heal in only 2.5 years. This site was dominated by Acropora and Montipora corals until Cyclone Rona in 1999. As coral recovered, Echinopora corals settled in large numbers. These new corals were damaged by cyclones in the 2023 flood, but are now healthy and spreading again. This beautiful anemone has been present at this deep northern site since we set it up almost 20 years ago, and always has its resident Nemo anemone fish.
Side by side we sway there in all the colors. Sunlight, lonesome dove.
You going natural?
On the ranchway,
That's good. The south side of Snapper Island was devastated by the Cyclone Jasper flood from December 2023. Prolonged freshwater inundation killed everything down to at least 10 metres depth. All the corals, all the clams, all the seaweed, everything that couldn't swim away died. The reef is like a graveyard with all the old corals still there but dead. It is now 2.5 years since the flood, and lots of new baby corals, called coral recruits, are settling on some of the old dead corals. Looks to me like this Samacora coral is starting to regrow from a few tiny fragments that must have survived the flood. One of only 2 colonies we saw that somehow survived. Just come up from our first survey on the south side, which was devastated by the cyclone Jasper floods, and there was nothing, literally nothing alive after the floods. But this is 2 years later, we're finally finding a bunch of new corals. Last time, a year ago, there was just 1 or 2 in the whole south side that we found, but this time I was getting probably 100 small baby corals in one site, which was great. And it's strange that they have different preferences. The big dead parietes, the smooth domes of the parietes boulder coral, there's virtually no new recruits on them, but on some of the old dead corals, some of them they love, and there's dozens of new recruits on one little patch, about 1 metre in diameter, so that's quite interesting.
And there were a few tiny little clams, little crosier clams.
Yes. Just come up from another dive here, and this is the sort of number of young coral recruits that we're getting on this dead southern side where the floods affected it. And you can see this is the numbers. Each stroke is 1 coral recruit, and the different species. These ones here are the clumping acropora common species, and then there's some parietes boulder coral young ones, and some mushroom corals here, and some turbinaria corals here.
Yeah, I've got it in now.
Although the northern deep site's got a small amount of flood damage in 2023, they have now recovered and are mostly looking really healthy. There is a huge goniopora coral colony just near one of our sites that is tens of metres across and metres deep. This coral was already huge when we first saw it more than 30 years ago. It is possible that this coral is hundreds of years old. Not all the corals at this northern deep site were healthy. A few Pachyceres colonies were partially bleached, which is unusual in winter when the water temperature is only 24 degrees. All the branching Porites corals were badly bleached, probably from some disease, and we also saw a few Acropora colonies that were diseased and starting to die. This coral bommy near northern Deep Site 1 is always home to a large mixed school of Lucianus snapper species and has been for over 35 years.
Where's the bonker? I couldn't find it to bonking. Number...
It's fucked. It broke.
It broke, okay. Have to call into Bunnings.
Oh well. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, still pretty calm. It's still
Turtle.
a lovely sight down there. Lots of lovely corals.
Yeah, and it's clear.
Yeah, and that lovely nudibranch Helgada.
Yeah. It didn't stop you stuffing up the transects though.
No, I always stuff up number 5.
I couldn't believe it.
I'm good at that one. I haven't eaten half of this yet.
Oh, thanks. That means I get more than half.
Show what happened to the bonker.
That's all that's left of the little sledge we knock in the stakes with. Handle broke off while I was banging something in underwater. Graceful. Something's happened to all the Porites finger down there. All the finger Porites was bleached and dying.
You find fish and coral?
Yep, a lot of dead coral, but a lot of new ones coming along this side. Lots of little ones.
That's what we want.
Nice. And tiny little clams, only about that long.
Oh, that's good.
The water was gorgeous. Look what Fleur's made. Nice little salty potato and what else? Garlic and herbs.
Mint and basil,
Mint and basil.
garlic, lemon, all fresh.
Love it.
Butter, oil. You know.
Yeah.
Open air,
Bloody hell, look at it
side
go.
by side we sway there in all all the colors.
And now what, these?
Summer love.
Yeah.
Lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love.
We love our boat trips to and from Snapper Island, running down and up the beautiful Daintree River. This river is prime estuarine crocodile habitat, and we usually manage to see some of these amazing reptiles as well as birds in the spectacular mangrove forests along the banks.
I could really use some stuff like that.
Did we have a good day today, girls?
Tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love. Memory lost in every shade of green, all the colors. Summer love.
These huge dead Porites rust corals on the southern reefs are not attractive to coral recruits. We searched carefully and saw only a single baby coral on these huge old dead corals. Similarly, there were no coral recruits on the large dead Pachyceras rugosa corals that you see here. This dead Porites boulder coral is about 8 metres across and was probably hundreds of years old. We are finding that these boulder corals are also not attractive to coral recruits.